welcome back to Plant People. I'm here with Panda.
Hi, how you going?
And we are in your kitchen. What are you going to make for us?
Well, I have already made some pandan cupcakes, which is my signature flavor. We're going to make up some buttercream, vegan, no butter or cream, and we're going to decorate those cupcakes.
So exciting. All right, well, let's get straight to it.
Yeah.
First, Panda softens some vegetable shortening. Vegetable shortening is pure fat, so it really does need to be softened because it's hard at room temperature. Using this is great in buttercream because it actually makes the buttercream really solid and keep its structure when it is at room temperature. Also makes it really nice and white. Vegan butter goes in next, and you want to use exact proportions. A pinch of salt is going to help cut through some of the sweetness from the icing sugar. It also gives it a bit of a depth of flavor. Vanilla goes in next because the flavor of the buttercream we want is vanilla. Now this is stage 1. And now you want to mix the fats together like Panda's doing here so that they're of a nice smooth consistency. All of the salt and vanilla is incorporated and it is one texture all the way through. Once that's all silky smooth and soft, it's time to add the icing sugar. Now you want to do this just a little bit at a time. Panda here is making enough icing to ice a medium cake really well with heaps of decorations. So there's going to be a lot of buttercream. So adding all the icing sugar takes a little bit of time, but go slow and steady a little bit at a time. And you won't make as much mess either. Panda's pretty experienced at this. And then you want to beat it, and you're going to beat it until it is white and fluffy and smooth. Good does that look? My goodness. Now to color your buttercream, you put a little bit of the white buttercream into some bowls and add a plant-based color. Now, believe it or not, some colors are made from things like crushed up beetles. So check your colors, natural at best, and make sure you mix them through really, really well. Unless you want a marbled effect. But here we're going for nice smooth color. Purple and pink buttercream looks delicious. This is a nifty trick that Panda's doing here, popping your piping bag into a jar to fill with your different colored buttercreams. I think they've done this before. And here they go, piping onto the beautiful pandan cupcakes. Now Panda is pretty good at this. They make it look easy, but I can tell you right now, I think it's a skill you need to practice. I've tried this, I'm not very good at it. How are you? Tell me in the comments. It's time to give these cupcakes a bit of bling. So Panda uses fancy sprinkles. These sprinkles are vegan because they don't contain shellac. Now, if you don't know this, shellac is a resin secreted by the female lac bug. That's right. So none of that on these. And freeze-dried strawberries. Now, freeze-drying fruit really seals in the flavor. These pack a really flavorful punch, so you only need a light sprinkling of them to get the effect that we want, which is a little pop of berry in your mouth. How beautiful do these guys look? So Panda just happens to have a vanilla cake on standby to show us how they decorate cakes. You can use a Lazy Susan if you don't have a cake turntable here. They've just cut it in half, the bottom goes away, the top goes back onto the turntable, and the top gets lobbed off. This gets put aside and used in things called cake tubs, which I'll make another episode about later. The buttercream goes on top of the top of the cake that's just been cut off. I know. For a pop of flavour in the middle, freeze-dried berries go on top of that vanilla buttercream. How good does that look? And now the bottom of the cake gets put on the top of the cake. So there's a nice flat, even surface. This is the part that they call crumb coating. So with the white buttercream, go all the way around the cake, and then this gets smoothed out to a nice thin layer. Then Panda's going to pop this in the fridge, which is a very important part of the process. You want to chill the cake so that it's nice and firm to decorate. Panda's going in with their first colour, pale pink. How pretty does that look? You want to get a nice smooth layer of the buttercream and a generous layer too, all the way around. Now, this is an offset spatula that Panda's using. You can use a regular spatula or a knife, and then you want to smooth it out using maybe not the sharp side of the knife, but also you can use a paint scraper, preferably one you haven't used for painting. Decorating time. Back with that piping bag. Man, Panda is so good at this. They say they like to decorate in a half moon shape. Asymmetry is beautiful on cakes. So little peaks of buttercream and sprinkles to finish. How beautiful does this look?
Okay, well, we're here and this looks amazing. Tell me what we're looking at here.
So we have some pandan coconut cupcakes with a vanilla buttercream frosting, all vegan, of course. And we've got lots of sprinkles and some freeze-dried raspberries on top. We also have a little vanilla cake with some strawberry sprinkle on the inside and buttercream swirls and some more freeze-dried berries.
This sounds amazing. Am I allowed to eat a cupcake?
You are very much allowed to eat a cupcake. You can pick any cupcake that you like.
I feel like I picked this one up, so I should just go for this one. Are you going to eat one, or have you had too much cake?
You know, if it makes you feel better, I can eat one with you.
I'd love you to.
We can cheers on cupcakes.
Yes, I'd love that. Okay. So always remember to remove the paper. I'm so excited. Let's choose the paper side. Cheers. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to get it on my nose. I can just tell. It's so soft. It's so soft and so smooth. So would you say that that's the shortening that makes
for the
buttercream?
Yeah, I think that makes a big difference in the overall texture.
Yeah. And the cake is so soft.
It has so much nuttelex in it.
The cake as well?
Yeah. This is like a butter cake. Like it's nuttelex, sugar, coconut cream. Good stuff.
It's really, really good. It's really nice. Yum. All right, I'm going to eat the rest of that in a second. Are we allowed to cut open the vanilla cake? Is that something we can do?
We totally can.
Move these out of the way. Yum. So, with a layered cake, do you recommend people put it in the refrigerator in between doing the decorations? What's your recommendation for that?
Yeah, so the cake needs to set and refrigerate as often as possible, as much as possible. So once I've trimmed the tops and stacked the cake up, I leave it in the fridge for at least an hour so that it's not going to shift around. All those layers like to slide over, and then you're not going to have a nice straight sides, you'll have a leaning tower of cake. So,
and also we did this on a plate because most of us at home don't have cake boards, so it's different though, isn't it? Plating up on a plate as opposed to a cake board.
Absolutely, it's you're working with a curved surface instead of something flat, so it does mean you've got to make some alterations, and you'll have more of a slightly rustic, more homemade style, which is, I think, exactly what's so beautiful about being able to bake at home. You can make your own thing that looks like you made it.
Awesome. All right, let's cut it.
Alrighty.
Ooh, so exciting.
Little piece of cake.
Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Yum.
Awesome.
Thank you, Panda, so much for letting us come into your kitchen and for sharing all of your beautiful treats with us. Once again, you can find Panda at My Little Panda Kitchen on Instagram and mylittlepandakitchen.com.
That's it.
On the internet.
Yeah. And I teach classes. So if you want to learn how to bake cakes or decorate cakes, all vegan, then you can come join a class with me.
And are you doing those online at the moment?
I hope so soon. I hope so. Fingers crossed, and keep your eyes peeled.
Thank you so much. Do a course. You won't regret it. This stuff is amazing. Thank you so much for joining again, guys. And we'll see you next time on Plant People. Bye. I'm going to eat more cake.
Well, that's it for this episode of Plant People. Don't forget to comment, hit like and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram at plantpeople.tv. And if you are a plant person or you know any plant people, hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.